This story began with a simple phone call at night. I heard a familiar voice, the voice of my childhood friend, Johnny, who had long since moved to another city. Johnny only said 2 words, "Come quickly." Then the connection was cut off. Without hesitation, I set out on the road. The car sped through the nighttime streets, illuminated by sparse streetlights. I knew that something important was waiting for me ahead. Gradually, it became clear that my arrival was connected to some dark secret. No one wanted to speak openly, but each meeting raised new questions. Upon arriving in my hometown, I discovered that my friend's house was abandoned. The windows were boarded up, and the yard was overgrown with grass. Only memories of past warmth remained. While exploring the house, I found old letters, photographs, and notes. Among them, one page stood out written in shaky handwriting, with the name of an unknown person and an address. Where did this information lead? I had to confront a person connected to Johnny's past. That person told a terrible story full of lies and betrayals. Each new fact revealed new horizons, until I realized that my friend had been trying to warn me about a deadly danger looming over me myself. It turned out that the warning was not just a simple phone call, but the last message from a dying friend. People were hunting for him, seeking to hide crucial information. They knew I had come here. Now I had become their target. Hiding was pointless, they left traces everywhere. I had to find a way to come out of this game victorious. The only hope was a letter left by Johnny, in which he pointed to a map of the area. The next hours turned into a race against time. My task was to decode the symbols and signs hidden on the map before the killers found me first. Deciphering the map, I headed to the designated place, an old mine closed many years ago. They say it holds many secrets. As I descended, I felt someone's presence. Footsteps, movements of the air, they seemed to accompany every step I took. The deeper I went into the mine, the clearer the picture of what had happened became. It turned out that Sergei's murder was connected to a large-scale scam that engulfed the entire region. Left face to face with danger, I realized it was time to take matters into my own hands. The only salvation was to gather evidence of the crime. Having confirmed that the threat was real, I decided to gather proof against the criminals. But I soon realized that the people around me were also involved in this affair. One morning, I was awakened by the sound of a breaking window. 2 masked men grabbed me. I found myself a prisoner of my own surroundings. Their leader explained why they needed the documents. It turned out that Johnny had left a will, passing on rights to major assets directly to me. But victory was close. Thanks to the information I had previously obtained, I was able to convince the authorities to launch an official investigation. The evidence was convincing, but the criminals decided to act first. During a meeting with a government representative, an armed conflict broke out. Survive and win, that was the only remaining goal. The final battle was decisive. The criminals were detained, and the evidence was handed over to justice. My friends returned home safe and sound. Sometimes the past comes back to teach us to value the present. You never know what might happen tomorrow.